Luke chapter 6. And it came. Só lembrando que eu não sei nada de inglês e estou com muito sono, então tenha misericórdia. And it came to pass on the second Shabbat after the feast that he went through the cornfields, and his disciples plucked, and acho que é isso, the ears of corn, and did eat, rubbing them in their hands. And certain of the Pharisees said unto them, Why do ye that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath days? And Jesus answered then said, Have ye not read so much as this, what David did, when himself was an angered, and they which were with him, how he went into the house of God, and did take and eat the shewbread, and gave also to them that were with him, which it is not lawful to eat, but for the priestess alone. And he said unto them, that the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. And it came to pass also on another Sabbath that he entered into the synagogue and taught, and there was a man whose right hand was withered. And the scribes and Pharisees watched him, whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. But he knew their strokes, and said to the man which had the withered hand, Rise up and stand forth in the midst. And he arose and stood forth. Then said Jesus unto them, I will ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil? To save life or to destroy it? And looking round about upon them all, he said unto the man, Stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And they were filled with madness, and commanded one with another that they might do to Jesus. And it came to pass in those days, what he went out into a mountain to pray, and continued all night in prayer to God. And when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12. One also he named apostles: Simon, one he also named Peter, and Andrew his brother, James and John, Philip and Bartholomew, Matthew and Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon called Zelotes, and Judas the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was the traitor. And he came unto with them, and stood in the plain, and the company of his disciples, and a great multitude of people out of all Judea and Jerusalem, and from the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him and to be healed of their disease. And they what were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed. And the whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him, and healed them all. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are ye that hunger now, no, for yet shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for yet shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate from you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did they fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. And unto him that is smited, then on the one cheek offer also the other, and him that take away the cloak, forbid not to take in the coat also. Give to every man that asketh of them, and of him that take away the goods ask them not again. And was yet all that man should do to you, do yet also to them likewise. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye? For sinners also do even the same. And if yet lend to them of one ye hope to receive it, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love ye your enemies, and do good, and lend, and hoping for nothing again, and your reward shall be great, and we shall be the children of the highest, for he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful. Judgment, judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye met withal, it shall be measured to you again. And he spake in a parable, into then can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master, but every one that is perfect shall be as him his master. And we beholdest though the mote that is in the brother's eye, but perceiveth not, being that is in thine own eye. Whether not canst thou say to the brother, Brother, let me put out the mote that is in the eye, where thou thyself beholdest not be beyond that is the thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clear to pull out the mote that is in the brother's eye. For a good and breed not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupted tree bring forth good fruit. For every then is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather what is this? Figs, nor or bramble bush gather their grapes. Grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth for that with is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For or the abundance of the heart his mouth is speak. And why call ye me, Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whatsoever come to me and heareth my sayings, and doeth them, I will show you to one he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dug deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream built vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was white woman, founded upon a dormi aqui. Was founded up a rock. Okay, but he that heard and does it not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. Feito libras para todo mundo. Tenha uma ótima noite. Espero não dormir. Amanhã, se Deus quiser, 7, capítulo 7 de Lucas.